The aura collapse of America.
Boom! There's two categories of people who visit America for the first time. The first category is people who love it, checking out the skyline of LA, relaxing in Miami Beach and hoping not to get attacked by a fence zombie, being enamored by Times Square for the first time and thinking how many movies you've seen it just to see it now. And the second category of people is people who love it. What you thought I was gonna say, people who hate it? USA on top! In the past couple of years, the US has been suffering what I like to call massive aura depletion. The best-
This is facts, bro. The whole world is realizing that, I ain't gonna lie, at least the niggas who vote for these people are clowns. And the people in charge right now are clowns. I ain't gonna hold you.
The way I can describe it is a lot of the world looked at the US as Superman, standing up for the little guy and helping just causes. And now we're just looked at like Homeland.
Facts! That's a fire analogy. I have to give you a round of applause for that. We got all the looks of being Superman, but we just not Superman, bro.
At least in the past, the US wasn't moving like Homelander, but we still had that Superman aura people felt from other countries because of movies and stuff. One of the main things that always changes people's perspectives is actually stepping down in a city for the first time. A lot of people from different countries take in the US based on one perspective, and that's Hollywood. Now, it's gotten a little more better with social media and people can look at it closer. And some Americans might think that's kind of crazy and there's no way that's how people look at America.
No, it is. It for sure is. If you talk to anybody who comes from a foreign country, they usually are like, whoa, I was not expecting this. I was expecting it to be way better. Way better.
How you looked at Paris when you were younger, though. Because of movies, Paris seemed like a place that no country could match and no wrong could be done.
Facts.
Step off the plane and start floating to the smell of crepes being made next to the Eiffel Tower. Take your significant other on a boat trip through the city. And all while the city was clean and filled with a beautiful vibrance. But now you search up any person reviewing their first time in Paris, and they say the smells of the street almost took them out on the first day.
For real? Oh no. It smelled like New York? No, I wanted to go to Paris. I'm still finna go because the New York smell didn't really bother me too much, but I thought it would smell better than New York.
I noticed when I got out of the taxi was that the entire city of Paris seems to smell. And yeah, obviously every place is going to have their own specific kind of fragrance, but here it's just kind of bad. Like, we get out of the taxi and the first thing that I notice is that everything seems to kind of...
Okay, John, can you tell me more, John? I really want to know more, John. Like, damn, nigga, calm down.
Smell like a porta potty in summer where the smell has just diffused over the general area.
Love Paris, but let me tell y'all something.
You see how she more calm? She just like, love Paris, but let me tell you some shit. That's the difference between the melanated folk and the non-melanated folk, bro. They never calm, bro. Just chill out, relax. Just tell us what it's like without being like, yeah, guys, it really smells bad over here. It smells like pit.
I could walk past you, and you could almost pass the... Oh, like, why do y'all smell like this, man?
Not even mentioning the rap problem they have too there, that's only getting worse.
Damn, Paris just like New York, bro. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. But it got the Eiffel Tower though, so at least it got that going for it. I feel like the Eiffel Tower clears the Statue of Liberty. I feel like it does.
Paris is pretty much the New York City of Europe. And all of the major American cities have suffered aura depletion like how Paris has. As soon as you step down in Times Square, you're thinking you're gonna see beautiful vibes.
Times Square is the most overrated, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I went to Times Square for the first time. I said, damn, all you see is advertisements on repeat. On just big screens. That's all it is. And then there's the steps and a stool where you can sit down just to watch advertisements. I could do that at home. You know how many advertisements YouTube puts on my shit?
Want a break from the ad?
Lights with people all giddy, happy, and waving at each other. Meanwhile, you can't even hear who you came with because cars are always honking.
Facts. But I ain't gonna lie though, the vibe of New York is kind of hilarious if you're there for only a short amount of time, like 3 days or some shit. It's hilarious. New York, you see the funniest shit because there's so many people. It's always some niggas doing some nut shit. Like there was one time I seen a crackhead in the street and he was going like this. I said, nigga, what? And people just walking by like it was nothing. I said, yo, do you not see this man right here?
That comes up and steals your phone while you're not looking. A homeless man on Fent tries to box you for no reason.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Hey, we took a wide berth. Didn't even risk it. Did not even risk it. No, I ain't no lie. And there was another homeless man who had dreads and he was white. It was a white nigga with dreads, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. The white yo with dreads, he smelled like death, bro. He smelled like he hadn't taken a shower in years. Straight doo-doo and piss. It was terrible, bro. He stunk. And he was cleaning the streets from niggas who was littering. Like Like, it's just the most random shit be happening, bro. I'm telling you.
I remember before going to Japan, my algorithm started showing different places I could go to and see there. And occasionally I'd see TikToks of people telling me of which places not to go. Mainly the, sketchy
female accommodation spots, if you get my drift.
because age checks might be iffy and also they're known for scamming. They probably still
Oh, hell nah.
get crazy business from all the gooners in Japan who travel there just for that. A lot of people from different countries are for the first time seeing the bad parts of these cities, especially when it's a POV.
Oh, man. This is just sad. If you see this in real life, this shit just sad to see, bro. Yeah.
From a direct person, it feels more personal to you. I truly don't think people visiting New York or LA around the world expect to see fence zombies or homeless encampments on the street. I'd probably be more mad if I came from a country with good travel infrastructure, just to come here and have to spend half my budget on Ubers to get places. And when I say all this, people may think I'm saying no one wants to visit anymore now that the truth is out, tourism is done for. But no, these cities and places will still be some of the most visited places for tourists on Earth. However, I do think it would change people's perspectives on how much they'd want to visit. Like for me, what Paris, call me a sheep, but all that hype in TV shows and movies of it, just for people to complain about it all the time now, has kind of put it down on my list.
Hey, I'm still going to Paris. I still want to see what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? I still want to see what it's all about, and I'll judge for myself. Niggas can say, hey, don't go here. The only places I'm not going are places where there's obviously war. or it's not safe for black people. Then I ain't going. But other than that, hey, I'm down. Sign me up. But that's what I get the bread for to do that shit. I ain't got the bread right now, though. I ain't gonna lie. Fun's kind of low.
Broke nigga alert.
I'll still visit eventually, but I feel that's how people would do it, just put it lower on their list. And there will be some people who say altogether they might as well save up their money and skip it and go to a different place. I think something they'd actually be more scared of seeing in LA or New York more than a homeless fence zombie is ICE taking them off the street for not having their passport on them, then putting them on—
That is nasty work. I can't lie, bro. The ICE shit is nasty work. I gotta be honest with y'all, bro. After all the ICE shit happened, tourism went down in the US, bro. It's shit bad, bro.
on the next plane to El Salvador to survive in that prison. I feel like the only people shocked US tourism has gone down this year is MAGA and the Trump administration. Let's say, for example, even if you believe someone who's been here illegally for 10 or 20 years should be deported and it doesn't matter how long they've been here, how do you think it looks for people wanting to visit the country that people are getting snatched?
Like, this is ridiculous, bro. This is a woman and she getting snatched off the street by niggas in ski masks. Come on, bro. And you know, sometimes they don't even have, this time they have the border patrol shit on. They didn't even used to have that.
And these are talking about terrorists are coming while cosplaying the exact they wear. If I'm in another country seeing these clips, I'm genuinely not coming for the next 4 years until it's over. I'm not risking it. Which obviously does affect our economy and makes it worse. I can't blame them though.
This is true. Our economy is getting worse for various reasons, but also the fact that we're having less tourists. I wonder why.
If there was any country moving like this that I was gonna visit, it's immediately off my list of going. And the World Cup is right around the corner, so I'm not sure how that's about to go.
Right. And the thing is, if I'm from South America and I want to go see the World Cup, now I gotta dip and dodge, watch out for ICE and shit like I'm a secret agent and shit. Nigga, let me watch the World Cup. Like, goddamn, let me watch the World Cup. I'm just here for the World Cup. I'ma leave. I'm gone. Like, yo, they gotta chill out with this ICE shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's about to be a terrible World Cup. Hey, man, this gonna be the first World Cup that I attend, so it better be good. Senegal in the World Cup. Yes, sir. Senegal in the World Cup.
They say allegedly ICE is gonna be at the games, which, of course.
Oh, bro. Nigga! ICE!
I'm sure that will be totally inviting to tourists and they'll feel safe to come and boost the economy. It would be so funny if it ended up being the lowest sales for a World Cup in recent times, and that's the legacy left by this administration. Another part of the American aura too was that people from around the world felt like they could come to America and work their way up to eventually experience the American dream.
That shit is not real. To those of y'all who are trying to come here for the American dream, 99% of y'all will be broke. I'm telling y'all niggas, there's only actually 99.9. Y'all niggas all will be broke. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna cap. It gonna be 0.01% that makes it. The rest of y'all niggas broke as shit. Nigga said, bro, hit the worst sound effect. My fault, bro. I didn't know you hated it that much. Actually, I did, but I don't care. Hey, take that, nigga.
Unless your ass is the next Einstein or can pay $5 million to get that gold card, then yeah, just go ahead and look at another country. I actually wonder how many visas have been given out this year because it can't be much. If it was already hard before, I can only imagine now. And to be fair, basically in every Western country, the housing markets are cooked. I be thinking the US is bad, then I look how much Canada's houses cost.
Hey, who here from Canada, bro? Hey, y'all niggas. Say goodbye on your chances of having a house, bro. Niggas in Canada housing. Say goodbye. Y'all finna be renting for the rest of y'all lives. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm also not.
Damn. Well, we got it better somehow. But that core idea to people of America being the
Canada okay. So Canada, in terms of social benefits, is a better place to live, but in terms of being able to buy a house, no. No.
perfect place to work your way up to get.
Oh, what is this AI SpongeBob, bro? That shit look nasty. My collar blue, but my neck is red. What does that even mean?
They probably wouldn't even want to come to because the amount of shootings they see nowadays. I think some Americans underestimate how.
No. Social benefits are cheaper. Like healthcare is cheaper. Like going to the doctor is cheaper. Like there is stuff like that are cheaper. But in terms of actually buying a house, is not cheaper.
Scared people are of the thought of guns. If you come from a country where they're completely banned and the loudest pop you'll hear is fireworks on a holiday, it's gonna scare you thinking that pop you hear in America might be someone trying to mow down a crowd. There's videos of people at public events now, a couple of balloons pop and everybody starts running thinking gunshots went off.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. If a balloon goes off and you think it's a gunshot, I don't think you've ever heard a gunshot. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Better be safe than sorry. Better to be safe than sorry.
The fear is getting worse and worse every day because you never know with people when something could happen. And the school ones have only gotten worse. Back when Aura was up, people weren't scared as much because it wasn't happening as frequent. And now, like every other day, there's some kid who got radicalized online shooting up his school.
This is true.
Mass shootings also happening at random public events a couple times a month. It used to be like 1 or 2 big ones a year and people would talk about.
I will say though, it's in the states where they have the least gun laws. I will say. Hey, Texas, Oklahoma, like all these places where they don't have strict gun laws, yeah, they be toting over there. I ain't gonna lie. Columbine got nothing on us nowadays. I mean, we got a Columbine like every other year now. That shit crazy.
How tragic it is and how we can improve. And now when it happens, it just turns into a political catfight with nothing getting fixed. People try to research the person's race, sexuality, political party, or whatever they can to blame the other side. I kid you not, it ends up not even being about the victims anymore. It's just about who did it and what their ideology was. Instead of, hey, this person was crazy. What?
Facts. Also, we're having a mental health crisis in this country, for sure, 100%. Some people are mentally ill and they need help and they don't get the help and then they end up doing crazy shit. It is what it is. Or they end up on drugs. Like, it's just like, it's the same issue, but it's a different result. It's just like, bro, can we at least try to change our society so we have less mentally ill people instead of more? Start adding community back into like a focus of our society. Hey, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
What can we do to help move things forward and do better? Imagine you're someone trying to move here and have kids. The thought of some random psychopath taking them out in class is definitely gonna deter you. Even when my parents moved here, they didn't have to worry about that probably until I was in middle school. When
Facts. I wasn't in middle school. The nigga, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, middle school, actually.
The biggest thing recently on the world stage that has put our OR numbers in the gutter is not even us. It's our quote-unquote greatest ally. Not sure what ally could take $300 billion.
Bro. Can we talk? Free Palestine, yo. Hey, hey, free Palestine, yo, man. Fuck these niggas, bro. They be taking all our bread for what? Just to bomb innocents. You hate to see it.
And still be called an ally. That's more like a charity patient at a hospital. The whole world being.
And look, if I go missing, y'all know what happened. Okay? Just, if I go missing, you know, hey, y'all know what happened.
Against what Israel was doing, except America took all that freedom aura to the bottom. Every time the world had a vote to stop the conflict, it was only one hand up to keep it going, and it was the US. In these moments, America is like that kid in class who reminds the teacher about the homework, and everyone in the class is pissed that they ruined the vibe. I just know these people are pissed around this round table. They probably got the craziest group chat rows going on, leaving out us. Like, I want to be in the group chat too. The worst part about it too is most Americans agree with the world.
This is true. It's actually a statistic. Most Americans agree with the world. We should not be doing this, bro. Israel should not be doing what they doing. But hey, the powers that be, the niggas that they elected. Hey, man.
I fully believe if you had a countrywide vote right now, if Americans wanted to cut off Israel and stop sending money, it would be about the only thing that would pass in every single state. But when our politicians are running things, we can only do so much. Bro, there is literally people in government not even trying to hide their allegiance to it anymore. Before it was more hidden and just donations from AIPAC. And now that it's so widely exposed, I guess they think, F it, what's the point of hiding it?
Through it. And I'm always going to vote whatever supports Israel, you know, military, financial.
That's a whole ass nigga right there. That's a piece of shit, bro. That damn bald, man. Fuck that nigga, bro. He not putting on for his niggas, bro. That's a hoe right there.
Intelligence, whatever that is. And I'm always going to vote whatever supports Israel.
United States Senator, hoe ass nigga, bro.
The pride of being able to be here and do work that facilitates making things better for people.
Greatest country on earth next to Israel. Israel's done nothing good. What have they put a nigga on the moon? No! All they do is bomb niggas who don't have bombs to bomb back. That's all they do. They don't do shit.
And in the greatest country on earth, next to Israel.
Like, why are these just allowed to say this openly and not get questioned for foreign influence? If this was any other person talking about any other country, they would have been already booted out by now. It's crazy because damn near every politician you look at now has some type of dono from it. They have whole websites just to track the politicians who take money. Some of them are crazy amounts, like our own president or who would have been
230 million? What? Yo, 230 million? This is crazy. $230 million he took from them niggas to get president, and that's why he's supporting them on everything. This is crazy. That's why they instead of doing what the American people want, they do what Israel wants. And Kamala took $9 million. That's still a lot of money. He's a puppet. I'm saying it's ridiculous, bro. This is crazy work.
But then some of them you look at it like, you seriously sold out for this little? There are politicians who have taken only 20 grand or 30 grand. Some of them take less than their literal
You said Kamala is bad too. Well, I mean, every party takes money from Israel. That's why every single time there's a president, they're always aligned with Israel. If you didn't notice, every single president is always aligned with Israel. We're supposed to be allies, but it's getting ridiculous at this point. We do whatever they want us to do. Nigga, Netanyahu says some shit, they say, okay, fine, Netanyahu. It's crazy to me, bro.
Meanwhile, they pass bills in their state to send 1,000 times the funding of that to 2,000 times to Israel. And truth, y'all, this isn't gonna get fixed anytime soon. As long as our average public officials are at the age where they're supposed to be in retirement homes, then it's staying. But I'm predicting within the next 5 to 10 years, there's gonna be a shift on it, and it's gonna be major. Once Gen Z and millennials take over, all I know is that is cooked. It's game over. Which is why I have the theory that they're trying to
said Mom Donnie for president. I don't even know who that is. I can't lie. I'm not tapped in right now. I can't lie. I don't know who that is. Yo, what's good? This is Editor Kareem, and I now know who Zoran Mamdani is, the New York mayor-elect. Shout out to him. Also, he's young, and on top of that, he wants to tax the billionaires, so he's good with me. Thing is, he's from Uganda, and if you look at the Constitution, the only people who can become president are people that were born in the U.S., so therefore he can't become president, but I still fucks with him, though. Shout out to him.
Once Gen Z and millennials take over, all I know is that is cooked. It's game over. Which is why I have the theory that they're trying to siphon out as much as possible before it stops working. Within the next 10 or 20 years, the method will be patched. People over there are going to be real mad once their universal healthcare goes away, when we stop sending money. And we can finally focus on spending money on the right things here. Like a Trump hotel next to the White House.
Oh yeah, if y'all didn't know, Trump is building a ballroom for $230 million. He destroyed the left wing of the White House. He said he was gonna use his own money. Now he's saying that because the Justice Department went after him before he got elected, they owe him $210 million. I wonder what he's gonna use that for. I'm just saying, so he was saying taxpayer money's not gonna be for the ballroom. Okay.
It also doesn't help that for the past year, we've cut off all the people we had connections with. The reason why a lot of people from different countries liked America is usually the connection it had with their country too. It's kind of like having a neighbor that every once in a while y'all chop it up together and talk about how things are going. But now it's like that neighbor's turned into that neighbor no one wants, where they complain about everything happening at your house. Your grass doesn't comply with HOA regulations, so cut it down or they're calling the cops to find you. Your fence has a dark spot, so you need to fix it or they're snitching. They're constantly talking behind your back even though you thought y'all were cool. And I know people will say, well, Tommy, what's wrong with criticizing your neighbor for things they may be doing wrong? Yeah, there's one thing criticizing and coming to a solution together versus doing whatever the f this is.
I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
I remember this, bro. I saw this. I said, bro, this nigga, there's something is wrong with him. The shit that this guy says and they just allow, like, me personally, I wouldn't go for that. But I mean, I guess we got all the money, all the guns and shit. So niggas gotta go, bro. This is in front of the UN. This is in front of, I think it's the UN, but it's in front of a bunch of countries, like nations, a bunch of nations, all of their leaders and presidents and shit. And he just said, your countries are going to hell. He's tripping, bro.
Countries are going to hell.
If I'm in another country, why would I even have a sliver of a good look of yours when you're talking like this? Bro. I'm not even gonna want to be associated with your ass and look for someone else to work with. The best thing you could do to boost a country and people's morale is having them have a common enemy. And every country is pretty much facing this boost because the US looks like the bully trying to fight everyone at once. Even when you think of the times Americans were the most together, it was things like after 9/11 or World War II where a common enemy was fought. Saying all this, even though our aura levels are taken every day, I truly believe in this country and that we'll get over it. But at least I hope. I got a couple more decades to be God gracefully living, so if it's still not looking good later, I might have to prepare a bunker and get ready. I'm out.
Fire vid, fire vid, fire vid.